Welcome back to Views with Hughes and Jennifer News. This is Jerome Hughes, and the story of the hour. We got Gina Carano. Well, she's taking the X again, and she has receipts from what a former Democratic senator had actually said to her back in 2021. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. So Gina Carano has posted something on, X and stuff, where of a recording that happened on Bill Maher's show of Real Time with Bill Maher back in 2021, excuse me. And she's basically called out what the senator said based on the comments and everything. So let's take a watch of this video. I watched it and wow, this is pretty messed up right here. Okay.
I like this picture. Who was the woman in the Mandalorian? What did she do? She liked something?
She was a Nazi.
Oh, that's different, right? I'm thinking of somebody else. Well, she's not a Nazi.
She's a white. She's
look at that. You say you're calling her.
She's called other people Nazis.
Right.
So she's the Nazi.
Okay, everyone's a Nazi now.
Yeah.
She does hang with white supremacists.
It's like a Mel Brooks.
She does?
Yeah.
Hangs with white supremacists.
I suppose I'm now subject to defamation.
I don't know. I mean, it depends on what your definition of white supremacist is. That also, the goalpost there changed a lot. Used to be a guy in a Klan hood who...
But I think we have to be really careful. There's two things the Republicans think they're going to get Biden on. Cancel culture and this whole Dr. Seuss stuff that's going on where they're reading Green Eggs and Ham, proving that some of these senators can actually read. And immigration. And so we can't ignore the fact that we got Donald Trump was in part because of political correctness. I mean, you did a whole show called
Okay. Yeah, that was pretty sad. Okay. Like I told y'all before, I'm not political or anything. And I told y'all myself, I'm not a Republican or Democrat. But in the eyes of like other like voters and stuff, I'm what's called an independent. But the thing is that this one, I don't care who it's from. It's pretty tasteless, in my opinion, because of the fact that I don't care what political party you're part of and stuff. Since she decided to go ahead and, make those comments against Gina Carano and stuff, call her Nazi and everything, and also talking out the side of her mouth, she basically stooped to the levels of her enemy, and going to call a spade a spade. Her enemy is Donald Trump. All right. And she went on ahead and stooped to his level and everything, since she feels that she's all high and mighty and everything. So this is former Senator Heidi Heitkamp. I'm not sure if I pronounced her name correctly, but oh well. Okay, but here's what's the tweet actually said. Okay, because Gina Carano, she actually responded to the video through a tweet on X, and she also shared that video from the Daily Wire and everything. So she was actually said here on March 29, 2021, just over a month from February 10th, 2021, when I was defamed, discriminated against and publicly fired by Disney and Lucasfilm, I was watching the Bill Maher show when a guest named Heidi Heitkamp came on. My mouth dropped open in disgust as this guest went on to talk about me as if she knew me personally, saying she's a Nazi, she's a white supremacist, she's involved with white supremacy, hangs out with white supremacists. The other guest pipes in saying I've called other people Nazis when she's a Nazi, referring to me. Okay, so she was referring to Gina Carano. They were referring to Gina Carano. She also continued saying, which is also something I've never done. The only people I've called Nazis are the Nazis from World War II. Complete and utter defamation and lies. My lawyer sent her a letter asking her to issue an apology like a reasonable adult. She sent back a snarky response saying, I thought Gina was a fan of free speech. It was so gross. These are people and organizations where an ex-professional fighter turned actress has to ask for professionalism and an apology from a person who was elected to serve the people. Heidi Heitkamp was a United States Senator of North Dakota. And you know what? Gina Carano actually requested for an apology, a public apology, like a reasonable adult, like she said. And the thing is, she didn't resort to any lawsuit or any financial gain. She didn't say any words to her. Like, she didn't repay evil for evil. She didn't call her names or none of that. She didn't even lay any insults to her. She just simply asked for a public apology in a legal manner. And basically, the former senator actually doubled down on her comments and refused to, apologize because of the fact that she didn't see anything wrong with what she said. So continuing on, she also goes on to say, isn't it interesting these people will call you every name in the book, smear, defame, twist your words, cancel, and try to destroy your life when you've done absolutely nothing but ask legit questions of how things are being run by our government. Then when you use their own words straight from their mouths and ask them to be responsible for their wrongs and stuff and apologize, cowards, nothing but cowards, no responsibility or apology. In other words, like accountability. So, interesting side note, Heidi Heitkamp is also a contributor of ABC, who is ABC owned by Disney. Do you see how this works? Oops, the video started playing again. Do you see how this works? You want this discrimination and irresponsibility of leadership for your children to go up in? We need a change, and we need a change and accountability, and we need to stop the double standards, discrimination, and hypocrisy. So this is also interesting because, she works for, she works for Disney. She works for Disney. She works for ABC. She's a contributor. Okay. And it would be a bad look for her in the long run and all of that if Gina Carano actually goes ahead and brings up an actual lawsuit against her for defamation as well as slander. Okay. And the fact of the matter is, it's not really a good look for the former senator. And Gina Carano, on the other hand, she's still going on forward with the lawsuit from Disney and stuff. Disney is still trying to go ahead and have the lawsuit canceled, tossed out the window because of the fact that they felt that they have every right to legally fire her, as well as the First Amendment right to fire her. But Gina Carano, on the other hand, she was actually wrongfully terminated and everything because of the fact that she has free speech on her side and stuff. And like I said before, depending on what kind of judge they have selected, because different judges out there, they have their own political biases and stuff. She may go ahead and win the case. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, Gina Carano, she's been in the spotlight a lot lately, talking about her experience with Disney, as well as having to deal with the firing that she has from Disney, and where based on the social media posts that she put out there. But the fact of the matter is, Gina Carano, she's not even, she hasn't really said anything insulting or disparaging about Disney or anything. All she did was just simply tell the truth about how she was treated and stuff, or mistreated and everything. And they just went on ahead and fired Gina Carano. Okay. So the fact is, the only people who has a problem with Gina Carano are those who have an opposite political ideology from her. Okay. Give her all the different names of, Nazi and so on and so forth. And it's also interesting. She worked with people who are Democrats and stuff. They knew about her political ideology and stuff and her political affiliation. They didn't judge her on that. They saw her as a friend, a close friend and stuff, despite their political differences and stuff. And we have people out here like former senator who works for ABC and Disney actually making disparaging remarks against her. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, I've also been called, every different name in the book by people who are on the left and all that, saying I'm politically biased, I'm a right-wing troll, and so on and so forth. But in reality, I'm only speaking out against woke ideology itself. Okay. I didn't speak out against, those who are communists and stuff. I don't speak out against those who are actual progressives and stuff. And guess what? They're further to the left than those who are trying to put out there the whole DEI initiatives as well as ESG standards. Because of the fact that they're not saying anything insulting to me. Because they see that I'm not owned by any corporate shield. I'm not defending anybody in the corporations and stuff. But it's interesting that the liberals out there who are actually promoting this woke ideology of DEI as well as ESG and stuff, and not really caring a thing about it and everything, going to go ahead and talk about a black man who has an independent voice, who has a mind of his own, and able to make his own decisions and stuff, who is able to also hold himself accountable for his actions and the words he says and stuff. It's amazing that they speak out against me, but at the same time, they go ahead and do much worse things than what people who are either have their own voices or even those who are also on the right and stuff. I mean, yeah, there's people on the right, a number of people who are also on the right who have their own voices and stuff. But the thing is, they're not a part of the establishment, okay? And that's what has people from both the Republican establishment as well as the Democrat establishment shaking in their boots. All right. But other than that, I can't wait to see how far this will go. I'm anticipating a response from former Senator Heitkamp and all of that. I'm actually agreeing with Gina Carano because of the fact that she took the high road of this and stuff, and she showed that she has receipts of something that happened back in the past. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also, be sure to include any additional thoughts at this time. Also, y'all, please bear with me. I'm still sick and everything. I'm a bit under the weather. I've been sick for the past couple of days and stuff. I'm hoping I can get better tomorrow if the Lord is willing. If you enjoyed what I shared in this video, go ahead and smash the like button and share far wide across social media. Also, what are your thoughts about this? Do you think that Gina Carano would possibly go ahead and go forth with a lawsuit against her and stuff, or would she actually go ahead and try to put out there another letter and stuff to actually have the former senator to go ahead and apologize for disparaging comments? So let me know your thoughts about that in the comments below. Also, be sure to include any additional details on this particular topic that I didn't touch up upon in this video. If you enjoy what I shared in this video, like I said, go ahead, smash the like button, share far wide across social media. And if you haven't done so already and you enjoyed all the content I put out there, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Till then, peace.